growing up in the South in the 50s and 60s, it was kind of a tumultuous time. You must have
a
tumultuous time, dude. Okay, we're gonna get to the words you use in interviews soon. Okay. You've talked about it in other interviews, but what are some traits you learned from Granddaddy, since this is kind of in honor of Father's Day?
Not get caught up in popular public opinion. Make your own mind up about things. Told me that sometime in your life you're gonna have to plant your feet and make a stand. It won't be real popular, but you'll know when it is. You'll know. And always treat everybody the same, way ahead of his time, and was a great example to us, to his kids. But also, I think the greatest thing he did was love his wife and our mother. I think that was a great example he set through thick and thin.
Okay.
That's pretty deep there. Okay.
We'll get to the baseball facts soon. All right. So you get to see a lot of players develop professionally and personally. What's the main thing you notice when they have a kid? When they have a kid and become fathers? They a little more tired at BP? Do they take the late bus?
No. Actually, it's all been good. I don't think I've ever had a bad reaction to a player entering fatherhood. It's always been kind of good, kind of makes them realize a lot of things that maybe weren't as apparent before. But I think we have a little different cut here. These guys are not only good players, they're good fathers, and they're good husbands, and I'm proud of them.
Well, let's talk about some time when you're away from work. What's a typical day in the off-season like? You have to tell the truth, because I know the truth. So what's a typical day in the off-season like?
Why don't you tell it then?
Well, just an average day in December.
Up, a little coffee. Check the news of the day. Try to stay up to date on everything. Check around. That's on Sunday?
Any day. Every day's Sunday in the off-season, right?
Just thinking about how we can maybe make the Orioles better that day. Usually planning on spring training, going over the non-roster with you.
What about your whiteboard?
Yeah. You have good handwriting. You help me with that. The roster board. About staying up with things.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell the real stuff, but no.
I tried to get something out of him. All right, so here is one that came from Nathan and I. Every time we ever brought a boyfriend, girlfriend, friend from college, anybody, the question my dad loved to ask them is, if you were on a deserted island and you can only eat one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, you really have to think about this one because he's judging your character on it. What fast food restaurant would it be? So now the tables are turned. You have to tell us your favorite fast food restaurant, or maybe not even your favorite, but which one would you pick? Desert Island, rest of your life.
I don't know. I first thought it'd be something that it'd be tough to go Chick-fil-A because they're closed on Sundays.
Yeah, well, no, but you're on the island, chicken every day.
No, I'm not going to go with something that's closed on Sundays, even though I respect them for it.
It's a tough question. He's gotten a few of us on it.
I don't know.
You got to.
It's got 7-Eleven doesn't count, right? Something with a versified menu.
I know which one you want to say.
Which one? Chipotle?
No, I don't think so. You don't know?
No, I really
You don't say I don't know much in interviews.
I do know, but I'm not going to say it here.
Okay, then what's your favorite Beatle? Because that's another one of your tall tale questions. Or which Beatle would you be?
Probably McCartney.
McCartney, okay. That means a lot. I'll let you infer what that means.
What does it?
You're the one that always asks this.
Which drive-thru you think I would name?
I think you'd go with Whataburger.
That's a good call. Good call, probably.
You probably secretly wanted to say White Castle, but it would smell on the island the entire time.
Or Crystal.
Or Crystal.
I think Whataburger, yeah. They don't even have those in Maryland.
Let's see. So there are some terms that have become popular in Baltimore called Buckisms.
Really?
Yes. You may not be aware of this, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to state a Buckism, and you're going to tell us the definition, and you're going to use it in a sentence. You ready? I only have two.
Why are you laughing? Okay, go ahead. What?
So
you only have two? All right.
Only two.
Can't be many.
So gold or golden nugget, it can be used interchangeably.
Okay.
It is a noun. The meaning is?
Golden nugget. Oh, he's a nugget. He's a guy that, you're sifting for gold. When you get 25 nuggets, you get to go play in October. So here's a nugget. You put him over here. You throw some rocks out. You sift some more, and you get another nugget. You put it over here. You don't really need 25, but when you get a bunch of nuggets, you get to play in October.
Okay,
But
so use it in a sentence. You don't have to use any of your current players. You're on the phone with Dan.
Manny Machado's definitely a nugget. Put him over there. Allie, as an interviewer, is yet to be seen.
So I'm not yet a nugget.
Not yet. We're waiting. See what your next question is.
All right, what about Jabberwocky?
Oh, jeez. Jabberwocky is, Mr. Caswell in English made us learn this god-awful poem. It didn't mean anything. He kept trying to tell us that, this line, what was the author trying to say? Finally, I told him, I said, do you ever stop thinking he doesn't mean anything by it? He's just looking for a word that rhymes, so he makes up words. And it's pure Jabberwocky. Like some conversations I have with umpires is Jabberwocky.
What umpires in particular?
Oh, no, we're not
We're getting in the fine realm where we might get fined.
We're not going there. No, I just respect him greatly.
Okay.
Hard job.
That's pretty good. What's one piece of advice for all dads out there since it's Father's Day?
Be there.
Be there.
Be there. Just one of the most important things is just be there, be accountable, be responsible, and we'll get it back twofold.